Elsewhere, British forces have bombed a suspected weapons stockpile previously used by the Islamic State in Syria. RAF Typhoons deployed guided bombs to a joint operation with the French Air Force, targeting the site in Palmyra. This was last night. Let's get more on this with our correspondent, Oliver Whitfield-Miocic. Oliver, what are we learning here?
So the MOD says it carried out these airstrikes just to the north of the ancient area of Palmyra, which is in central Syria, following its intelligence assessment that there was viable explosives which were being stored in this area that was far away from civilians. Now, video released by the MOD shows RAF Typhoon jets being refuelled by Voyager tankers in the middle of the night on Saturday, as they took part in these joint airstrikes with the French military. They say that the planes then returned to safety. And we've had a statement from John Healey, the Defence Secretary. He says, "This action shows our UK leadership and determination to stand shoulder to shoulder with our allies to stamp out any resurgence of Daesh," which is what the UK government refers to ISIS as, "and their dangerous and violent ideologies in the Middle East." It then goes on to say, "I want to thank all of the members of our armed forces involved in this operation for their professionalism and their courage." Now, if you remember back to 2019, that was when the last ISIS stronghold in Syria was defeated, an area called Baghouz. And at the time, US President Donald Trump, who was then in his 45th presidency, said that they had managed to 100% defeat all of the ISIS caliphate in Syria. That was patently untrue. Over the past few years, we have seen a resurgence of Daesh, or ISIS as they're also known. And it was only in December that American forces carried out a 9-day operation targeting about 25 ISIS fighters in Syria. The UN also says that there are thousands of fighters still in Syria and in Iraq, potentially up to about 7,000. And you only have to look to the Bondi attack in Australia to show the threat that ISIS and its ideology still poses to the West, because the two fighters, the father and the son, who carried out that attack against Jewish gatherers on that Hanukkah celebration, had pledged allegiance to ISIS, and an ISIS flag was found in the boot of their car.
All right, Ollie, thank you for the update.